Trigger warning. Death and Friends is not a podcast for the light of heart. Many dark and serious subjects will come up. Listener discretion is advised.
On today's episode of Death and Friends, we're hanging out in southern Italy.
South side or south side?
My script just says, Nash says white nonsense.
Yes it does.
Okay. Today's episode was brought to you by Swiffer. Swiffer cleaning products. Is it dusty in this house?
Jesus Christ, Nash.
Look, all I'm saying is where we are today is like a little bit dusty.
Oh, God. Dom, play the song before she says something worse.
Do you know what dust is actually made out of? Because it's human.
All right. Here we go. Death comes for us all. You might as well make it your friend. Your friend. With us on Death and Friends.
Welcome back, Skeleton Army.
Man, is it warm in here?
Oh, you're Nelly now? Is that what this is?
No, I'm doing the thing.
Okay, yeah, you get Nelly references, but not the whatever, dude. Nash, if you would please paint the picture.
Okay, so it's August, or maybe October, 79 AD. We're having a nice day.
Well, which one is it, goddammit?
History never knows. We're having a nice day in southern Italy. It's beautiful out, nice and warm, and maybe we're taking a trip to one of the city's many brothels later.
Oh, no. Or maybe just write some nice graffiti about your mom.
We're definitely probably going to drink wine.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, probably just a little earthquake. It's normal. It happens all the time in Campania.
That's comforting, sort of. Yeah, you feel that though, right?
Yeah, nothing to worry about until 1 p.m.
I'm sorry, excuse me? What happens at 1 p.m.?
That volcano over there is going to straight up commit murder.
Excuse me? Mountains just be getting revenge on humanity? Wait, where are we again?
This is going to be such a bummer, dude. We're in Pompeii.
Oh, fuck.
For clarity's sake, let's back up a little bit and have a chat about Roman life. We have a little time before Mount Vesuvius murders us, anyway.
It's 79 AD. Roman life is really hitting its peak, and the people have a life expectancy around... Check my notes. 35, which is more than previous years.
35?
Yeah, sorry, my dude. You're old as fuck in ancient times.
Oh.
You're goddamn elderly.
Great.
You're with a cane, white hair, like every move you make, something breaks.
Oh my god, my heart.
But if it helps at all, you might not have survived childhood anyway.
Yay?
See, the thing about living in ancient times is that they were ancient. Yeah. Did you hear about this? Yes. Ancient times. No modern medicine, no vaccines. About 1 in 10 kids, that is, makes it to adulthood.
Oof. And here I was thinking this episode might not bum me out.
Okay, Swiffer commercial. You thought the episode about a catastrophic volcanic eruption which wiped out not 1, but 2 major Roman cities was not going to be a total bummer?
Well, for like archaeological reasons. Oh god.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, Nash. All right. Anyway, since electricity wasn't a thing, the whole civilization runs on sunlight hours. Literally, it's like, yeah, just meet me when the sun's over there.
Yep.
Like that kind of thing. Everyone watched daily in one of the city's 3 major public baths, and it was a real social event. Like everyone hanging out, just hanging out. Actually, yeah, just pajambises and vajumjums out and about. They were. Oh, Steve, nice pajamas. Thank you very much.
I got it for my birthday.
Oh, thanks. Oh man, you got your underwear still on? Nope, all me. Oh, okay. They were divided in sections for men and women, so the whole town could just be way too comfortable.
Just too comfortable.
Just out there.
Intimate.
Free bleeding everywhere. Woo! We are very childish.
Yes, correct.
In 79 AD, Pompeii is a pretty bustling town with about 12,000 citizens. So besides bathing, Pompeians did a lot of other cool shit. They worked, some of them for free, because Rome was like pre-Britain, and they were just kind of snatching everybody.
That's not the cool shit.
No, that is not the cool shit.
No.
They shopped around the town, they cooked, they napped, living regular-ass lives. They fucked each other a lot.
Yeah.
They definitely did that. And they talk shit.
Yeah.
So, sometimes they wrote about fucking each other or talking shit in the form of graffiti, which we still have to this day.
My personal favorite reads, Calidus the Thracian makes all the girls sigh. Calidus, you legend.
Really? Because my personal favorite is, in fact, that Pompeii is also just covered in dicks.
Oh, yeah, right. Just dicks everywhere.
Yeah, legitimately. Okay, that's the part of history nobody tells you.
It's dicks.
Just dicks.
All over Pompeii.
Just the streets.
Yeah.
If this was like a 1920s, like Pompeii, Rome, riddled with penises.
Just so many.
So many.
Against the backdrop of a city that was murdered by a volcano. Just dicks.
Yeah, like if it was like the Simpsons opener, it would, instead of clouds, it'd be penises.
Just penises everywhere.
And it would be like, Pompeii. That was a visual joke that might not go well in a podcast.
We'll find out.
This and more tonight at 7.
Dicks everywhere.
Seriously, though. I'm serious. Like, archaeologists used to believe that they pointed in general direction of, like, the nearest brothel. But in recent times, they amended the theory. It was like, just Romans loved drawing dicks.
Don't we all, really?
I mean, a time-honored human tradition.
Yeah.
Dicks.
Penis. So that's a
Pajamas.
little bit nice and dangly. I hate myself for that.
I just love the fact that they thought they were like, well, clearly the penis is pointing at something.
They were like, maybe
where?
they're signs.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
I want to meet the archaeologists. Like, guys, I think that's a dick. Like, no, that has to be an arrow with balls. Like,
No, they definitely knew it was a dick. They just thought it was a dick pointing somewhere. Like they've never walked through a middle school before. Those dicks point nowhere.
yeah,
They're just dicks.
just.
They're there for the aesthetics.
I just like the first, like, yes, as you could see, an ancient Roman arrow pointing at the nearest brothel. Some kid in the tours like, that's a dick and balls, dude.
Yeah, that's your meat and veg right on the wall.
A lot of dick jokes today.
So many dick jokes. So that's a little bit about how the Romans lived. It sounds nice, actually, if a little bit short.
Like many of the penises. See, well, they are really just getting into their stride.
We almost snuck that one in there without laughing.
Almost dead. God damn
Almost.
it. That's the problem with me. I just think I'm too funny, and I'm a menace. Let's try that again. Well, they were really just getting into their stride. They had started to work on medicine we might even recognize today. They had morphine as painkillers, they mended broken bones, performed amputations, and even created prosthetic limbs. They also did some cosmetic surgeries for the wealthy because, as we know, rich people are human garbage. And can't miss an opportunity to remind us all of that. In fact, the Roman medical system is pretty much equivalent to the 19th century medicine, which sort of says a lot about everyone in those dark in-between years.
So Britain was too busy colonizing everybody to pay much attention to medical advances?
Yes, exactly, yes.
Yeah. So the ancient Egyptians had pretty fully developed deathways, as it turns out, too.
They won't be too much use in Pompeii or Herculaneum today, though.
Yeah, oof, true. But also, yes, yeah. Yeah. But in another, even more of a bummer way, Vesuvius kind of does it for them because the Romans were cremating their dead.
The fuck?
Sorry, it's just true.
Oh, man.
Around 80 AD, cremation becomes a vogue. The wealthier families make these ornate tombs outside the city walls for their loved ones, and some of them were these crazy, like 2-story high creations that depicted their family's trade or just them doing rich people shit.
Yes, this wonderful new condo was made for my daughter. She died at the age of 12. She was bitten by a snake. It was her pet snake.
Oh, man.
And and yeah, so this condo is just so we can put her ashes in.
Wild.
I'm sorry, what's in the house? Oh, golden toilets, Gucci this and that. And what's it's in it? Just a bag. It's not even, they didn't bother to get an urn. It's a bag of ashes. We're pretty sure it's just sand.
Is this Real Housewives of Pompeii?
That's what I'm going for here.
I like it.
I don't think it went that great, but you know what? We're trying new things.
After 4.5 minutes of dick jokes, I think we can probably swing in a Brooklyn's and Pompeii joke.
Yeah, there you go.
Weirdly, cremation gets put to pasture only a few decades after Pompeii. It's probably more related to Christianity or rich people trending shit than it is for watching an entire town get cremated by a mountain. But historians aren't really sure why Romans went back to inhumation. But the Romans were pretty ahead of their time when it came to dealing with bodies, and they had a whole cult of the dead thing that was pretty detailed. In fact, most Romans believed if you didn't do the rituals correctly, your dead relative would become a hostile ghost, which, to be honest, is my personal plan.
I'm planning, actually, to be reincarnated as...
I originally wrote this... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I thought of, like, become a hostile ghost as opposed to a non-hostile ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, because hostile ghosts are poltergeists, but they just, like, fuck up your shit. Like, if you're just a regular, boring ghost, you're just, like, floating around watching people masturbate. Like, that's the only point of view. That's not fun.
Okay, dude. All right. Don't paint me as that. What the hell?
I'm not saying it's your choice. You can't, like, interact with the world. You're just a ghost.
Look, after I die, I still want to know what's happening on SNL.
The non-hostile ghost is just like, make sure you turn to Channel 4.
Channel 4, let's go. Steven. Ah, God
Linda,
damn it, Steve's dead.
Pay attention. I'm going to have to turn off the lights.
Let's fucking go. You wonder why Ricky's failing math? It's because you can't pay attention to your son. He's doing bath salts upstairs.
You're just a judgmental ghost.
I'm just a judgy-ass ghost.
I love that, actually.
Oh, you're going for the leopard print today. That's brave. That's good. No, good for you.
I personally wouldn't. I just, you know.
Oh, I just become that mom who put her kids' ashes in a 2-story. Oh, you're going for the leopard. Okay, no, that's wonderful. No, I just love how you can wear anything.
You're brave.
You're so brave.
Rituals and funerary rites varied in the ancient Roman Empire across history and across social status. If you were wealthy and of note, your funeral preparations and burials could last days. It might even have a funeral procession through the city with lanterns, lavish feasts, animal sacrifices, and funeral games. If you were poor, mostly you got put in a mass cremation and your family ate a meal besides your pyre.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, he would have loved this. What? This corn we're eating.
This leg of lamb.
We grilled it on the fire.
Oh, and I have the dark sense of humor.
This show is changing me. Oh, no. This tastes like your father. Oh, boy.
Well, they're poor, so they didn't bring meat, so they just gotta use what they gotta have.
Oh.
We're eating dad.
Oh, no. So that does bring us up to speed.
It does.
It took a lot of detours on these dumbass bits we're doing.
People are dead.
The point is, people... Did you hear about this?
Humanity.
They be dying.
Oh, we shouldn't laugh so much on the show.
I know, it's a problem. So that brings us up to speed. It looks like it's just, let's see the clock here. They don't exist. All right, looking at the sun and my eyes burn. All right, that's smart. Let's say it's 1 p.m. Show's about to start.
Here we go. The first explosion pushes ash and gas.
Ash or gas, nobody writes for free.
Straight up 9 miles into the sky. And then gravity pulls it all down. The day gets very, very dark as the cloud covers the city. Those who aren't actively fleeing the walls hide in their homes to wait it out. But the plummeting rocks and debris start caving in roofs.
Most of the deaths of the earliest part of the eruption were from suffocation or being crushed to death by rocks.
And that's just part 1. Everybody talks about Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius, but it's not the only Roman town in spitting distance from the volcano. Enter Herculaneum, which is actually 3 miles closer to the volcano. Winds made living in Pompeii rather unfortunate for part 1, as that city is now covered in about 10 meters of volcanic ash.
Wait, could everyone in Herculaneum see that?
If you were smart, you left immediately, because yes, they absolutely could. The volcano has been raining down for hours now, and Pompeii basically gone at this stage. We're about 12 hours in, it's 1 a.m., and part 2 is starting.
Wait, so you're telling me all of this has been happening for 12 hours?
Yeah. Bye, Pompeii.
Oh, good. Oh, yay.
Yeah. If you're still in Herculaneum right now, you're going to have about a millisecond to be pretty pissed at yourself for not leaving.
And let me see the time. And now it's too late. Yes.
Yeah, I guess those sentences were really not even worth saying. The winds change, and the plume of gas and ash is too heavy to keep blowing out of the mountain straight up. That's what she said. It collapses in on itself and races down the mountain right to Herculaneum, the first of the pyroclastic flows.
The floor is lava. Hard mode. Did you enjoy that? That was for you, bud.
Aw, thanks. They won't even...
that sounds terrible. Woo! We are having too much fun on this terrible event that happened.
I think reading all this has just made us darker. I hope that listening to this doesn't make it sound like we're actively in the middle of a mental health crisis, because yes, we are, but also I think it's getting worse. They won't even get to see the floor is lava part. The heat alone from the flow is nearly 250 degrees Celsius. So if you're anywhere near it, you've been air fried.
Volcanoes, nature's original microwave.
People popcorn?
Italian popcorn.
Okay, we're on the first ferry to hell.
Well, I think the King Tut episode got us those tickets. Actually.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, now we're in hell's like janitors or something, like hell's toilet bowl cleaners.
We can worry about that in the afterlife, I guess. That's a problem for later me.
Ooh, can't wait to spend eternity like in Satan's personal bathroom clean.
You know the guy just pisses on the floor.
No. Doesn't wash his hands after.
Oh.
And like he knows he should.
Yeah.
He does it on purpose.
Gross.
I don't piss on my hands. Actually, Satan, we can see you. You have been. It's weird.
Piss is what they use for water in hell.
Oh no.
Oh look, it's morning, and it's starting to get bright out. The ash must be dying down.
See, I'd say that's lovely to see, but it's mostly like, wow, look at those two cities that no longer exist.
Just a lot of nothing. It looks like it's going to be such a nice, quiet morning. The volcano isn't doing anything particularly grumpy. People that fled the city of Pompeii yesterday morning are heading back in now to unbury their houses and see what can be saved.
Wait, what's that?
What?
Do I hear ominous music?
I think you do, because it's 7:30 a.m. And with barely a little rumble of warning, another pyroclastic flow yeets itself right out of Vesuvius.
Not sure you're using that word right there, Nash.
I can absolutely assure you I know what pyroclastic means.
No, I mean, never mind, Boomer. All right, just keep going.
Okay. The flow heads
Sold.
right... Okay. Now we're just hurting my feelings.
Elderly.
Are you done?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
The flow heads right...
Old.
I hate you. The flow heads right into the city at an absolutely astonishing pace of 200 miles per hour. And it's 300 degrees Celsius.
Yes. A nice, crispy, instant death.
Just right there. Blip.
Chef's kiss. Oh, man.
Even if you fled the city and were in the surrounding hilltops, you might not have been safe for this one.
Oh, so this is just going to get worse.
Yeah.
This is going to keep... All right.
Yep. For this...
Just so I'm clear,
Yeah.
Does this get better at any point?
Well, for who?
Fair enough. Keep going.
Yeah. So for this little part, let's go to a primary source. Because our buddy Pliny the Younger is at the scene right now. He's 17 years old, and someday he'll be a famous politician in Rome. But right now, he's standing on top of a hill overlooking Pompeii.
Pliny, is that you? We go to our junior reporter, Pliny the Younger. He's 17 years old. It's his first day reporting. Pliny, how are you doing today? Everyone's dead! Oh, God!
This is the summary.
Mom! In all seriousness, though, to quote, you could hear the shrieks of women, the wailing of infants, and the shouting of men. People bewailed their own fate and that of their relatives, and there were some who prayed for death in their terror of dying. Many besought the aid of the gods, but still more imagined that there were no gods left, and that the universe was plunged into eternal darkness forevermore. I admit that I derived some poor consolation in my mortal lot from the belief that the whole world was dying with me, and I with it.
Well, that's a bummer.
But isn't it like the most politician shit ever? Like, really? Like, come on, dude. Like, if I'd gotta die, at least the rest of the world is coming with me. Like,
Yeah. More modern day parallels. As this is happening, Vesuvius is dumping more ash and rock on the city that used to be right there. And additionally, the tides are going out. Like, way out. Like,
oh no.
tsunami out? Pliny goes on to describe how everyone with him pulls pillows over their heads to save themselves from falling debris and just starts running for the hills.
Yes, the hills are alive with the sound of volcanic eruption.
Not as catchy a tune.
Well, I tried. By the way, if Pliny the Younger sounds sort of familiar, you might also be remembering his uncle, Pliny the Elder. Very creative with the names.
Yeah. Super original.
Very much so. He was a pretty prominent Roman author, naturalist, and a general in the Roman Navy, which was sitting in the Bay of Naples while all of this was happening.
Ooh, I got great feelings about this.
As you should, Nash.
Yeah.
He takes his fleet over to help people escape and probably just poke around a bit. You know,
And?
just kind of be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Pliny the Elder over here. Have you met my nephew, Pliny the Younger? Yeah. Oh, sorry, though. He lives, actually. He's still alive today. The oldest man in the world.
Wait, really? My notes...
No, dude. No. Come on.
Oh.
He walked on shore in a fucking volcanic explosion. What do you think happened to him? The toxic gas killed him, like, immediately.
Well, now I'm just
He was
sad.
like, let me go see my nephew. And he just dies immediately.
Now I'm
Like,
just-
immediate, like immediate Super Mario noise. Wah, 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 wah. Just, is that racist? Was that?
I mean, we are talking
Oh.
about Italians, so at least it's like...
Oof. I
Yeah.
meant that as like a video game reference, and I just realized it was about an Italian plumber.
It's all right.
No,
I'll
boy.
forgive it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, now I'm just sad, but also curious if Pliny the Younger was like, okay, now can we stop with like the nickname? Like I just saw that.
I like how that's what you're worried about. Pliny the fucking only. That's who it is. I'm Pliny the only, you sons of bitches.
By the next morning, Vesuvius is done, and the sun is shining. Boy, is it a nice day. I think it's time for some facts of the medical variety. Hey, Dr. Angel, how much does dying in a volcano suck?
Black death, polio, spontaneous combustion.
So you asked the question, how much does a volcano that suck? A lot.
Yeah?
And that's it for medical facts. Oh, you wanted more?
Yeah, just, a little bit.
Okay. Well, there's a bunch of ways to die in a volcanic eruption, and I got to tell you right off, none of them are even remotely fun. Yeah, but if you died in the very beginning, it's probably because you got crushed to death
Nice.
by falling debris while fleeing or hiding in your own house. And to be honest, it's probably the way you would have wanted to go out.
Yeah.
Just like, quickly, children, hide. Because it's just immediate, you're
Boom.
done so.
Boom.
Big bang boom, big boom, you know? Also, if you didn't die that way, the pyroclastic flow would quite literally flash fry you on the spot.
Bye.
Just crispy boys.
Chicken skin.
Just, you know the nacho fries from Taco Bell?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, you would open them and then just goop comes out and it's cheese. That's what happened to people. That happened to people.
I wonder if we're
Just,
like
you
greedy.
open it and it's Italian soup inside. Or the most interesting way, choking on the toxic fumes from the ash. Yeah, so the ash would literally ignite in your lungs.
Nice.
You out here spitting hot fire. Literally.
Dragon people.
Yeah.
Dr. Angel.
Well, now I feel twice as bad about the popcorn joke. But in my defense, this is a comedy
Nash.
pod. No,
Jesus.
it doesn't feel good. This whole show is
I think
ruining this.
I think people at this point can play a drinking game with the amount of time to say, Jesus Christ, Nash.
And you should, because... No. Just kidding. You'll be dead.
No, you shouldn't. I am sober and I do not recommend doing that. Replace booze with like
Butter. No.
No, that's worse somehow. I was going to say like a slice of pizza, but sure.
Coconut water.
You're at like a pizza and a half at this point.
Anyway, in total, it takes about 18 hours for the eruption to finish. And when it's over, Pompeii is under 14 to 17 feet of ash and pumice, and Herculaneum is buried under 6 feet of mud and volcanic material. We won't discover either city again until 1748, when a farmer accidentally unburies a part of a wall while digging in his vineyard.
That's 16... That's 1,669 years. Holy shit.
Yeah. Italy has been excavating the site pretty much since it was discovered, though they left parts of it unburied deliberately to allow for future excavations with updated technology to provide new insights.
Wait, how have we gone this long without talking about the body?
That just means it's officially time for fun facts that aren't fun.
Fun facts with Nash.
You also need to work on not sounding so excited about this shit.
I won't. I will never. Pretty much everyone on Earth has seen the Pompeii victim bodies. Sometimes they even go on tour as museum exhibits. But if somehow you've managed to escape seeing them with your own damn eyeballs, go and take a quick Google. We can wait for you.
Wait, what, Nash? This isn't live.
What? Oh, no. I mean, of course I meant you could just pause the podcast. Like, of course I meant that. Like, we could just wait.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Digital us will wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely meant that. So, as I'm sure some of you know, those aren't the real bodies of the victims. They're just plaster casts.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. See, the thing about bodies, like any biodegradable material really, is that they generally enjoy decomposing.
But I thought...
The bodies of the Pompeii victims got entombed in ash, but inside that, the bodies broke down and disarticulated into skeletal remains. In only certain conditions, once the bodies were gone, the ash encased around the bones like a sort of chamber. If the structure can hold itself, the bones can be taken out, and the chamber gets filled with plaster. Then the ash gets broken, and we have sort of like a 3D print of the person who died in it.
Science is very cool. And also sad sometimes.
True. Now we have roughly 2,000 bodies at Pompeii so far, and a fair few of them get this treatment, which gives archaeologists a very interesting look at the final moments of the victims. I'm sure some of the members of our more internet-savvy users have seen the body of the victim who looks like, to be like very sensitively crass for one moment, having a wank.
Okay, two things here.
Yeah.
One, internet-savvy users.
I'm old.
How old are you, dude?
So old.
I guess that fancy books they're using your interwebs.
Listen, in ancient Roman times, I'd have 2 years left before I was the oldest person. I'm just saying.
And two, homie was jerking it?
No, sadly. One of the very unfun side effects of dying from a volcanic eruption, as we've already discussed, is thermal shock. So his limbs just... They just stiffened up real fast, and his hand just did that, and now he has to go through his entire afterlife as the guy who cranked one out at the last minute.
Big if true. Legendary.
But sadly not.
So we only found bodies in Pompeii, right?
No. Herculaneum is another sort of story, because over there we don't get these ash
Yes, because it's just another sort of town.
Yeah, it's just a different place.
Just like we don't talk about Herculaneum, but
It's
you know,
just
it's
like-
there.
I guess. They were just like not as cool. Because over there, we don't have these ash covered body cavities. We just have, and hang on, because this is sort of brutal, literally just scorched skeletal remains.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all that sucks. Wait, just skeletons? Like literally
Just skeleton bits
Mortal
with
Kombat level
flames on them.
fire and then skeletons.
Yeah.
Holy
burned
shit,
up.
That's insane. Wait, okay, so if that cool shit happened, why
Yeah.
is Pompeii such a big deal?
Remember in the episode we did about King Tut where we talked about the archaeological term in situ?
Yes, with Lord Carnarvon and his gay lover.
Yeah. Not
Allegedly,
historically.
allegedly gay lover. They were just all over Egypt. No, man, that was terrible. I'm sorry. It means it's still where the original folks left it. Like it's pristine.
Yeah. Well, for us modern folk, having a city completely preserved in ash from the moment it was destroyed could tell archaeologists and historians loads about what daily life was really like. It's not just the bodies that got buried there, it's everything. The shops, the graffiti, the city layout. We have an entire Roman city just in existence. You can go visit it and walk around and touch things nearly just as they were centuries ago. We don't have a lot of opportunities to do that without breaking theoretical physics.
Well, that is actually pretty cool. Also, I like the idea of like going to it's like, see, the Romans were like us, and it's just a bunch of dick on the walls.
Dicks everywhere.
I came all the way to Italy. I can go to a truck stop.
Yeah.
And like see the same thing.
I can open any notebook I've had since I was 12.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, Nash.
I like drawing them. But we won't have Pompeii forever.
Are you planning on stealing it, Nash?
No. Okay. No. No. I mean, for the purposes of this podcast, no. The current
the following has all been fiction.
Woo. Not worth doing. The current archaeological city is under jeopardy from water damage due to poor drainage and also just like being exposed to elements. See, in a way, we're really lucky to have Pompeii. If everyone had just walked out of the city in 79 AD and left it, it probably would have only existed on its own for about 200 years. But because it got buried and protected, we have the whole thing right there to experience against the backdrop of modernity. But because we do, it's an ancient city being polluted by all of our modern technology and the regular elements of outside. So it's really trying to decay on us. Like lots of the graffiti and the artwork have been moved off-site to museums to help preserve it.
And I thought you were going to say Mount Vesuvius is still an active volcano.
Oh. Well, there's that too.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy shit, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so for the record, yep, last eruption was 1944. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The last major one was 1631. So, like, it probably really wants to...
Oh, God.
I'm sure it's fine.
Hopefully. Oh, boy. Well, that's the episode on that note.
Oh, no.
That's just where we end things, you guys. There's a volcano. It might explode. Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Gorilla Jokes.
And I'm at It's Nash Flynn.
And, of course, follow the podcast at Death and Friends Podcast.
And remember, you are loved. You matter. And if you don't want to be your own friend, we will be your friend.
Which should probably terrify you more than it helps at this point.
Yeah. Until next time, Skeleton Army.
Adios. Love you.
Love you.
This has been a Knavery Inc. podcast. Go to knaveryinc.com for more details. Executive produced by Jacob Duffy Hallbleib. Audio designed by Dominic Wanzon.
The fuck is a knave?
Remember, this is a comedy podcast? Don't use it in your research papers.